Wow.
Now I let people know that I'm live. Oh, there's all the people. Okay. It just took a second. Alright, people, stay put. I'm just doing my rounds where I post on my social media that I am live. Netchan, be entertaining.
I'm busy doing math. I can't be entertaining. I don't have that many brain cells. Hello everyone. I'm coding something and I wish I was dead.
No.
So I found this, which seems like it would be handy, which is a function to make a thing point toward a target's current position, which seems like it would be useful for camera movement. But then, hello. Then I don't know if I can get it to rotate after that. I had it working. It was working, and then Corey said the way I was doing it was bad, so I have to redo it now.
Bleh.
Working on stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about.
It's a secret.
You said it was something with camera controls?
Yeah, I'm working on camera animations for a thing, and I had it working, and I showed it to Corey, and he was like, I mean, that's all well and good, but when you start adding other things onto that, it's gonna break apart. And I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, if you want to have all of the camera animations in there, you can't just have the first one be like that. You have to do an enum, and I'm like, that fucking sucks. So that's what I'm doing. Wee.
Is it cutscene camera or gameplay camera?
It's like cutscene cameras, sort of.
Yeah, that definitely would.
Well, it worked on its own.
Well, yeah, because it's a cutscene on its own. If you want to actually have a gameplay.
I mean, there isn't gameplay. I just need to have different like states for the camera to be in, and the way I had it set up, it worked well enough for that one state. But then, like, if I wanted to add more onto it in the same script, it's not possible. I would have had to have had like different scenes for each camera position, which I don't want that.
Anyway, hi everyone.
Oh.
So you guys want to know how much of a nerd I am? Because you already know that I'm a huge nerd. I decided to calculate how fast you can move on one round of combat in D&D using ideal situations.
Good job.
Does anybody want to guess?
17
seconds?
I don't know.
No seconds?
You can move 218 miles per hour.
Oh, you mean like actual speed?
Yes.
Oh.
I thought you meant turns, so that's why I
Yeah.
said 17.
I thought you meant the
I thought you
length of
meant,
time the turn
like-
would last.
Like
I
how
said
many
how-
actions you could do.
I said how far you can move on how fast you can move on a single turn.
Oh, you cut out.
Anyway, back to what I'm doing here. It's another redesign. Hooray. But most of you knew that. Basically everybody knew that. And I did another poll and Punchy won, so hooray. I wanted Wild to win, but it's okay. I've got ideas for both of them. Like, before I opened up the poll to the public, Wild was actually winning by like 5 votes. And then I opened it to the public and everybody wanted Punchy, so yep. I wanted to be inclusive. I wanted everybody to interact, so basically this is my plan. I'm gonna be continuing my Dungeons and Dragons theme here. And I'm turning Punchy into a monk. And also I'm making him a Libre Pikachu, cause fighting.
A Libra.
No, Libre!
Yeah, Libras are assholes.
No, no offense to any Libras out there.
No offense to any Libras out there, but F you. I almost said the naughty word.
The naughty word's already been said. It's fine.
Oh, fuck.
By the way, people, let me know if you can hear the music as well as my voice and other people's voices. How do you draw hands? Very carefully. I don't know, man. I just, like, I memorize specific hand shapes and just draw those over and over.
Life hack.
Or, oh, here's how to draw a hand. First start with a square. Like this. And then draw, like, fingers? Like, this is a really bad example, but... And then the thumb's right here, and then you just kind of draw a finger. The end. That's how you draw a hand. Why aren't you posting the other Sonichu redesigns? Because I'm gonna compile them together in one video. The music's barely audible? Okay, I'll turn it up then. How's that? Question, who here has seen Steven Universe the movie? I have. It was pretty good. It was a solid 6 or 7 out of 10, I'd say.
Depending on whether or not you're grading it as a movie or as a Steven Universe movie.
Yes, exactly. As a Steven Universe movie, it's fine. It's like, it's a good Steven Universe movie, but is it a good movie? I don't know.
It's okay.
It's alright. So, I should probably explain who Punchy is. So, this is Punchy.
Does he punch?
He does punch.
Wow.
He's, Punchy Sonichu, one of the members of the Chaotic Combo. His character kind of sucks, but you know, he's just...
What else is new?
He's just Asian Knuckles. That's it, though. It's just Knuckles, but with squintier eyes, and... Yeah, and a ripped tail and Sonichu ears.
I wonder if it would be needlessly difficult to parent the camera under an empty game object for this one animation. And then unchild it in another. It seems like it's probably a stupid thing to do, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Woo!
So let's see, the nose. I'm changing up the nose shape here so I can do this Libre mask that Pikachu Libre has. Because it fits the eyes that Punchy has. They're like... what's this shape? A half circle. Angry. That's the word. So nose would be right here. Make his nose beak. And then his cheeks. Dragon Thunder says, my biggest problem with Steven Universe is that they don't actually use Steven's character archetype to its fullest potential. I swear Steven would be so much better if he fought a pure evil villain. I don't know.
See, that's largely just because there's no precedent for that kind of thing. Like, that's strictly something that fans want. There's no actual advantage to having that featured as something that would happen. Like, the entire argument based on that has nothing to do with SU itself. It's literally just people saying like, "Oh, you should break the tropes that you've adopted."
No, I mean, I just think it's unrealistic that every single person they meet from any walk of life and any personality can be redeemed. That's just unrealistic.
I mean, that's unrealistic, but that's also kind of Steven's thing.
But it's annoying.
Because the way that I kind of see it is like his entire arc is basically him basically deciding that he is not going to hurt people, and that he is going to try his damnedest to try and redeem everyone. And I mean, yeah, it's not realistic, but it is something that that you can't really fault Steven for himself.
I'm not faulting the character, I'm faulting the writing of the show.
I think that the
I mean, do you
character...
fault Undertale for the same thing?
No, because there's like a handful of characters that were evil that got redeemed. Maybe like 2 in Undertale. How many is it in Steven Universe? Like 10 plus? Some of which are actual like dictators. Like, sure, they can all be redeemed, all of them, every single one.
You fucking, in Undertale, you redeem Flowey, of all people.
Yes, one person. One person.
He is the ultimate evil in that game.
But he's one person. So my argument is that it's unrealistic that you can redeem 10 plus people who all have different backgrounds and different personalities, and you can redeem every single one of them pretty much the same way.
I mean, you do that in Undertale, it's just one of them happens to be evil. I would argue that
one of them.
I would argue that a lot of the people in SU are not actually evil. Like, when it comes down to it. They're just factions and stuff like that. Like, they have their own reasons and motivations for what they're doing.
Okay, Undyne wasn't evil either.
Was it?
Undyne isn't evil either.
I know.
Yeah, so that's not the point. The point is, it's unrealistic that so many people can be redeemed the same way, by the same person, with the same process, over and over and over again.
I'm just saying, it's a little bit the exact thing happens in Undertale.
It's not the exact same thing.
Guys! Please!
It's not!
It is though.
Please
It's
stop!
not. It's literally not.
Anyway, I got a donation, but I can't remember what it said anymore.
You can pull up Streamlabs, the Streamlabs tool. Streamlabs.
Except I can't because I forgot to make it so that it would show up on the first screen. I think it was like something about, they were asking a question, but I can't remember. Just trying to figure out what his face is supposed to look like underneath the mask so that it's easier to draw. Yeah. So it goes like that over top that, and it would look like this. Alright.
Can I just say, on the topic of what just happened, because it happened earlier today, I'm sick and tired of, like, just having a discussion and it gets treated like a fight. Because we weren't fighting, we were debating. But, like, the same thing happens in fucking Discord. I say I don't like cabbage and it's World War III. For God's sake.
I think that the issue was, like, you two weren't getting anywhere.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
And I
So
wanted...
We weren't fighting.
I know, and also... Also, I wanted to try and say something, but you two kept going back and forth.
Well, you're not important.
This is my stream!
I'm trying to look and see if I can switch to. I know that you gave me permission on Streamlabs to like sign in as a partner. I'm trying to look in to see how it's done, or if they removed that feature.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, I think they. Wait, my members. No.
Now everybody's fighting about cabbage in the chat.
Oh, that's an easy argument. Cabbage is terrible, and if you think otherwise, you're wrong. There it is.
If it's prepared right, with a lot of butter, it's basically like literally eating like a butter vegetable, and it's really good.
The donation.
The only time I've ever had cabbage, it tasted like feet. I'll never have it again.
Thank you, stupid. The stupid next door gave me the thing. It said, "Are you going to upload full streams later, or when the edited video is out?" I don't know if I'm gonna like make the full streams public when the video is out, but I know I'm gonna like make the video, and then you'll see the progress of the redesigns when that video is out. Just trying to figure out how this works here.
I need to... What's wrong with it? I don't understand. I wish I was dead.
Wish this head. Also, I'm gonna make his dreads shorter to make him a little more distinct from Knuckles.
Oh, I'm just an idiot, that's why. Okay. That's
What's
fine.
happening?
I just didn't type something wrong or right when I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out why it wasn't working. This is why coding is terrible. All you have to do is miss a keystroke and you're just messed up for like ever.
Yeah.
And you don't know why. Okay, but problem solved. Moving on.
There, that's slightly better. Save. I said save. Okay. Said people want you to say something as Shadow. Are you gonna do it?
Oh, what should I say?
I don't know. That's your decision. What do you feel like saying?
I don't know what I feel like saying. Maybe you should all get a life and stop asking me, the Great Shadow, to do your bidding. I work for myself. I'm going to go play Fortnite now.
Nice.
Because I am an epic gamer.
This is
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? I pissed on your fucking wife, Eggman.
I wanna pee in a hot topic, Maria.
Hey, who's that there? Colonel, I've seemed to have found something. It's like a walking abomination. It's black with red stripes.
Snake, that's Shadow, the hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog, huh? Seems fake. Oh, you're comparing yourself to me? You're not even good enough to be my fake. I wasn't. But if you want to go, I'll happily oblige. Just gotta remember the basics of CQC.
hello everyone, welcome to the ASMR POV. You watch characters fight each other. And also they take you on a date.
ASMR.
And then ASMR, Snake goes Super Saiyan 3.
Okay, I need to figure out clothes for this dude. I guess he could wear like puffy pants. Because monks wear puffy pants. They certainly wear those.
What are they called? They have a special name. Monk pants.
Monk pants.
I think they're called Tai Chi pants.
What's going on, sister o' mine?
I think I realize how this works, but I don't know if it's good or not. Basically, instead of rotating, it's moving the camera to the right, but also constantly pointing it towards this object. So it's kind of circling it in a way. I mean, if it works, it works. Now I have to actually see if it works. Which I'm gonna make a drop-down menu. That sounds fun.
These feet are very long. I need to draw them so long. Shorten them a bit. Especially this, mostly this one, because this one's very long. And now it's too short. Hang on. Yeah, that's better.
Nice changed.
Time to draw. Do I want to give boots, or do I want to give him like shoes that kind of look like? Like this. And they've got like a strap right here. Maybe a second strap. That way they're more Sonic-y.
God, I just remembered something that's really gross from Shantae in The Pirate's Curse. There's one part where these two girls are on vacation and like the springs have dried up. So you go up top to the top of the mountain and you find that there's this monster that lives there. And you give him some meat and he starts salivating. And he salivates a giant waterfall, and that basically what provides water to the spring. And then the two girls are down there splashing around in his spit, not knowing that it's actually spit.
Gross.
It's disgusting. And I just remember it's like, wow, the water, awesome, the water's come back. Wow, it's so warm and viscous.
Ew. Why? What is the purpose of this?
All right, I am going to work on my comic, try to get stuff done, because I got to do an update this weekend. And man, there's so much stuff that I have to do this week. I'm stressing out.
Best time to start is right now.
Oh, by the way, I sent this to you privately, Courtney, but also for anybody who has heard about this, you might have heard that YouTube is going to basically be cracking down on children's content. So if you are concerned about that, they have clarified that it doesn't apply to just family-friendly content. It specifically is about content that is targeted towards kids. So like if you're making Baby Shark videos or Elsa videos and things like that, the way that I describe it is if you're making videos that are for a very young demographic that is outside your own, then you might be subject to additional scrutiny, which I can't really complain too much about that. But
Yeah.
It's in response to the FTC and stuff, and it's probably the best compromise that YouTube could come up with. So overall, not much to worry about. Because if you're like something like Courtney's channel is a Sonic channel, yeah, it's family friendly, but it's not targeted specifically towards kids. It's just Sonic fan.
Sister, are you okay?
That was moving very quickly.
What was happening?
Just, you know what? It might be in your best interest if you just ignore the noises I make, because I'm going to be making a lot of them.
Okay. If you say so.
It's just moving this. I started the game to see how it was going, and I just was met with, like, rapidly spinning camera.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's working.
He's gonna vom, dude.
I wonder if you can change the field of view through scripting. I mean, probably. That might come in handy.
This is RPG Maker, right?
No, it's Unity.
Oh, you're doing Unity. Sweet.
I don't know how to code in JavaScript. Or Ruby, for God's sake. I only barely know C#. I forgot most of it as soon as I graduated.
Getting all the dramatic music here. Ugh. I'm just gonna play next. That's fine.
Oh, my new tablet should be arriving tomorrow.
Nifty.
I'm looking forward to reviewing that.
Let's see here. And then I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna wrap his bottom half here in bandages, because that's what monks do, I guess. 'Cause other bandages are some kind of sports tape.
Oh, sports!
Sports tape. Getting all Sonic Boom up in here. Something like that, I guess. It's a little too tall. I'm gonna try doing a little bit less.
Oh boy, time for my favorite part of comics, and that's coloring, which is not my favorite part, actually. Favorite part.
You're just being sarcastic. I see.
No, I'm not. I'm just lying.
You're just lying to yourself so you can get it done.
Oh, it's working! Yay! Oh god. Okay.
Hooray!
Now I just have to adjust the camera angle and lower the speed.
Give him a little belt here.
Oh, I see. It's because it's the... Okay.
So is the game you're making related at all to any of the RPG Maker games you've done? Or is it
Nah.
something-
It's something else.
Ooh.
It's not... I'm not so much making a game as I am a demo for a concept of a thing? Question mark?
A secret.
Is secret. So I guess I should move this be higher. Ooh. It's too far away.
So, in D&D, I'm going to be doing something that I've told myself I would never fucking do. And that's going to be playing a gnome.
Why would you never do that?
Because it's a gnome.
Rude.
You need an answer for that.
Hey, we have a gnome in our party and we love him very much, even if we insult him nigh constantly.
Yeah, in a game a one-shot that I'm going to be doing, I'm playing a gnomish artificer. And the DM is allowing Renaissance weapons, so I get to use a rifle. Hell yes.
Doesn't he also ride like a mech wolf?
Yes, he's a battlesmith, so he literally has Blade Wolf from Metal Gear Rising.
Probably gonna have to shorten this arm once I'm done drawing it. Yeah, I definitely need to shorten this arm. Yeah. That arm is long. Let's see here. Let's beef up his arms a little bit. They're too scrawny. And I mean, I know Sonic characters' arms are scrawny anyway, but that doesn't mean I can, like, not fix that. And just, you know, make them a little bit larger. Tired of this song, I'm gonna change it. Oh, it's already changing.
Yay.
Just... Why is Sans in Smash and not Rayman? Bless you. Why is
Because
Sans in
Ubisoft.
Smash?
Because Ubisoft.
Yeah, because Ubisoft. That's a good answer. You think Ubisoft cares about Rayman? To the point where they would allow them in the biggest crossover in video game history?
My poor friend Ed. He's crumbled to dust and is now a ghost, still waiting for Rayman. Suppose you guys haven't seen that comic.
I know of Ed and his quest for Rayman. I see it every year.
Sad time indeed. You want to have a sad time? It's funny because Undertale jokes and Sans is in Smash now or something. Not a good joke.
Also, it's because Sakurai and Toby Fox are friends, so there you go. Oh yeah, Klonoa. That'd be an interesting addition to Smash, but I doubt that ever happened, because Namco doesn't care about Klonoa.
I don't even know what that game was.
It was a 2.5D platformer. That's the best answer I got for you.
I just know it was very furry.
Well, it had the one furry. I'm honestly tired of fighting Sans in Smash Online. Don't worry, it'll probably go away in like a month. Maybe a week. I don't know. I think having Sans in Smash is hilarious.
Yeah, me too. I love it. It was honestly the perfect way to actually implement him because, like, he's not taking up a character slot. He's a big acknowledgement. And we get freaking Megalovania as a song in Smash. Who could complain about that? I mean, people obviously would.
People would, because they're like, it's not that good. But like, whatever. Shut up. Oops. I have to press the save button. Isn't Sonic and furry? And furry. I mean, in the literal sense, he is quote-unquote a furry, but just because you're a Sonic character doesn't automatically make you a furry.
Well, I mean, it does, but they're not sentient, so it's not like they're a fandom thing specific.
I mean, there is overlap, but, like,
It's
I
more
wouldn't
like
call myself a furry because I don't like furry artwork.
yeah, the thing is that when you consider a person like a fan, that's when you can start getting into like the logistics of fandom and stuff like that. Sonic is a furry, yes, but he's not a furry in the sense of somebody who's interested in anthropomorphic animals because he's not real. He's a fictional character. Whereas for Courtney and stuff, she's not a furry because she likes Sonic characters, but she doesn't like them because they're because they're animals. She likes them because they're Sonic, and she grew up with Sonic.
Exactly. There is a big difference here.
Meanwhile, Saki just wants to explode about how I made fun of her for liking Foxy.
I ain't saying shit. I've come to peace with my life.
And I've also accepted you recently.
It means a lot to me. UI dot drop down. Speed indicator. I really need a whiteboard that doesn't already have things on it. Also, why has this cat toy not auto turned off? Is very annoying.
Okay, this is actually turning out really cool.
Don't you ever feel annoyed when you like do a good job on one of the first Chan redesigns and you're like, damn it, why can't this actually be you?
Why can't this be the real design? Then I'd have an excuse to like these characters.
Ow.
Have a nice even balance between Monk and Lucha Libre here, and that is exactly what I was going for. Now I just need like a symbol on his forehead of some sort. I'll just go with the Pokeball. It's fun. And they do collect like things called Sonichu balls, which are like Pokeballs that are Chaos Emeralds too, I think. Kind of. That's basically their stand-in for Chaos Emeralds for this.
God, I'm just getting into it with everyone today.
What's going on now?
I was telling Corey about, because I watched the new Miraculous episode earlier, and one of the characters did something stupid, so I was like, oh my god, this character is so stupid, they did this. And he's like, well, yeah, that's the joke. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, that's the joke the writers intended. I'm like, I know, but it doesn't make what she did any less stupid. And he's like, well, she's not real. And I'm like, I know that she's not real, but she's a character and she did a stupid thing, so I'm going to say it was stupid. And he's like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like if a character does something stupid often, it's not worth talking about. And I'm like, what are you even, like, okay, why are we even talking about this? Jesus Christ. Why can't I just say words without somebody jumping on my case today?
Maybe it's just the atmosphere of today.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I don't know, everyone that I've talked to today feels the need to, like, start a debate with me about, like, everything, and I don't know why. Then again, well, Corey's just kind of like that, but...
I mean, Corey's also the same person that thinks that people that make collaboration videos or compilation videos, that's the word, should be able to run a Patreon, which I wholeheartedly disagree on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of our disagreements are just we fundamentally are very different about how our brains operate, especially with like this, because like I have never before in my life heard anyone say, I don't think a character can be called dumb because they're not real. And I'm like, if they're written dumb, then they're dumb. And like maybe he just doesn't get that because he's not like a writer or like a, not that he's not creative, but not in that way. Maybe he just doesn't parse it that way. I don't know.
I wonder, yeah, like maybe he was thinking of it in like a complete. He was thinking something else. Maybe.
It's possible. He has a computer brain and I have an art brain, and we don't see eye to eye very often. But
I have a computer art brain.
Wow.
That's because you're a robot.
I'm special. The special robot. I have a brain that needs the chaos number.
You're a chaos emerald.
Obama chuckled. You mean the chaos emerald?
Okay, I think I've got a good base for the sketch here. Alright. Wait, his name is Punchy? Punchy sounds like something a 4-year-old would come up with. Welcome to Sonichu!
Went to the J.K. Rowling School of naming things.
Ain't that the truth? Alright, now I gotta do the lines and chunk.
I don't want to go to school tomorrow.
You gotta.
I don't have to, but I should.
You gotta. Then you gotta. If you should, then you gotta.
No. I should do a lot of things I don't do.
Saki is a strong, independent woman who can do what she wants.
And usually makes the wrong decision. At least it's high school, so for the most part I can just kind of ignore them, but I'm just nervous because it's a high school in a town that's pretty well known for having shitty people.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I had to take their middle school off my list because the time that I subbed at that middle school, the day before I had gone to sub there, they had stopped 2 girls who had been hiding in the bathroom with knives, waiting to attack anyone who came in. So,
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Rumor says they were in a cult, but I don't know. And, yeah, all day long while I was there, the kids were talking about it. I'm like, guys, can we just not talk about it, please? It's over. Move on. I want to go home.
Middle school is a terrifying time to teach.
Yeah. I mean, really, anytime I go to a school, I operate on like a low-key level of anxiety and like fight or flight, but thank you, B. I appreciate your support.
Please be kind to her. You can be kind to her through nice words, or by giving her money.
Or food. Skip the money and give me food.
I mean, you can use money to buy more food.
Explain how.
Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wanted a peanut.
I mean, I could go for a peanut. Yeah, especially now that on Twitch I have to have minimum $100 before I even get paid at all, so...
That's the usual.
Rip.
Just like YouTube.
Someone go
There are
send me
some
bits.
There are some services that'll offer to pay out if you hit 25, though usually they're not advertising ones, they're like merch sales.
I don't really understand the point of having like a minimum.
Well, it's honestly for your benefit as well, because whenever you withdraw, there is a fee associated with it. So if you're doing multiple withdrawals, you're basically accumulating multiple flat fees, which is going to cut significantly into the amount that you can get.
Hmm. What was I doing?
I don't know.
I should really start putting a comment in my code about what I was about to type before I take a break, because I inevitably forget as soon as I come back.
Sounds like a really good idea.
Thanks.
Just
I
as
have
a-
those sometimes.
Just as like a general thing.
Oh, I was setting up the drop-down menu, right. Okay, so we'll do...
I suppose one other option would also just be to like comment in a bunch of pseudocode before you actually get to coding it.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about because I just had to go use the bathroom, so I was like, I'll just get up and come back and get back to work, but then I started talking and didn't do that. What's the best way to do this? Guess I'll get... Avenald, why? Stop it.
What's Avenel doing?
He's licking my bowl.
He wanted a snick.
Well, stop it. It's not for cat.
But what if was for cat?
It is not. He's been so clingy lately, and I don't know why, but it's driving me crazy. Like, he gets bored in my room, so I open the door, I close the door, and 2 minutes later, he wants back in.
Which cat is this?
Bobby.
Ah,
Bobby.
bastard.
Yeah. Oh my god, ah.
Are you
Okay.
okay?
I, like, breathed in air. I mean, well, obviously I did, but, like, I did it bad.
You did it wrong.
Went the wrong way.
I remember how to do that. Vaguely.
Yay for whatever that is.
Hey, I don't even remember what it's called. It's a thing that's like for every item in list, something, something, something.
For loop?
Yes, that. Yes, I remember how to do that.
Yay. For loops are very important.
This is how we're gonna manage this. There's probably a better way to do this, but here we are.
Here I am.
Once again, feeling lost, but now and then.
I breathe it in to let it go. And you don't know when you wanna.
Good job.
What would come to if only somebody here can figure out how. You don't have to be afraid to be a
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to start this.
I got a donation from Aesthetically Displeasing, $1.99. Thank you. Let's hope Chris continues the comics. You can hope that. I mean, she probably will, but yeah. I think she has been, actually. Just like not on a very like consistent schedule. Sister, are you okay?
Yeah, I should probably get some water. Hang on.
Yeah. Who's in the stream? It's me, Courtney ProjectSNT. I've got my sister, whose name is Saki McGee, and I've got Zedrin.
Also known as Shadow, also known as Solid Snake, also known as that guy who draws robot butts.
Also known as a big dumb nerd.
I mean, isn't that true for all of us?
I'm a geek.
Well, I guess you two would both be tiny nerds, because you're both shorter.
I think we're like roughly the same height.
You're taller than me.
You and me, or you two?
Yeah,
both?
you and me.
How tall are you?
5'8".
I'm 5'10".
Almost.
Okay. Okay, so Courtney's a little nerd then. Bully the tiny. She baby mode.
I am of average height, thank you very much. I'm not like Jen, who's like 4 feet tall.
You're
a very comfortable height for hugging. It's fine.
Aww. Thank
You're baby
you.
mode.
Basically,
See, I can be nice. Sometimes.
Basically, I'm baby.
Oh, by the way, if you are at all interested in this, see status voice streaming mics. I'm gonna generate something that you can put in your OBS as a browser source.
What?
Let me just see. I'm gonna make sure.
Is it? What is it? The thing?
Yeah.
I should have been more specific. Is it the...
I know exactly which thing you meant. Okay, so this is going to be a long URL. Copy this entire URL and put it in a browser source, and then you can stick it in the corner of your screen. Do keep in mind that whenever you load up OBS, it'll automatically drop you in to the Discord chat for live streaming.
Didn't you already have that, though?
Yeah, I already have it. I'm just not using it.
Oh.
I thought you were giving me, like, the thing that plays the that shows the name of the song on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, can I have that? I would like to have that.
Oh, the thing that shows the name of the song, it's a workaround. It's not actually getting the name of the song. It's a browser source that I put inside OBS itself that randomizes my music and plays it. And then I just have it appear on the screen where you can see just the top of it, so that we can just see the title.
No, yeah, I just do a cropped screen capture of my iTunes.
Yeah. If you want to use a YouTube randomizer, if you have YouTube playlists, it is this.
Because Streamlabs has one, but it only works for it's either Pandora or Spotify, neither of which I used.
Yeah. But this uses YouTube. You can just crop it, so that way, the way it works is you have to right-click it and click Interact, and then you can load up your songs as if you're using it like a browser.
Nice.
And then you just crop the results, so that way it only displays the title. Hey, did you guys want to know something interesting? When you snap, the sound of snapping is not your fingers moving apart, it's your middle finger slapping into your palm.
I knew that.
If you block your palm with your other hand and stuff, you cannot snap.
Oh, I hate that.
I mean, it will sound like a snap, but it will obviously sound very different because it'll be you hitting your hand instead of your palm.
You've cursed me with this knowledge.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, I knew that!
Courtney's special.
Here we go. Everyone is shook.
So, what are y'all excited for from the Nintendo Direct?
I don't give a shit.
Well, that is perfectly fine.
I don't care enough about video games for someone whose career is video games.
You know, that could be an issue.
I just don't really care about Nintendo that much. I just don't. I never really have. I care about individual properties, but most of those properties have been beaten to death now, like Pokemon, so... And I never cared about Smash. So yeah, there's not really a ton for me there.
There's
The
Animal
only thing I
Crossing?
care about is... Yeah, that's the only thing I care about is Animal Crossing and, like, new console news. And that's about it. And anything that happens to go on the Switch that I care about, like the Harvest Moon remake that's coming out, which I'm so fucking jazzed for.
And SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remake.
Well, yes, that's a different tier of excitement altogether.
Are you more excited for Battle for Bikini Bottom than you are Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yes. Well, because it's like, the difference is I knew Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming eventually. I didn't know a Battle for Bikini Bottom remake was ever even on the table. And I had joked for years about, like, making an HD remake myself. I was like, I will rip the game files, I will redo it all, just you wait. And now I don't have to. Not that I was ever actually going to, but... You know, I should replay Destroy All Humans someday. So I only ever got to play like an hour of it when I was like 12, and then my mom took it away from me because it was too violent.
It's been on a PC release.
Hooray! She also took Sims 1 away from me because it opens up with a literal like dream sequence about sex in a hot tub. And as soon as she saw that, she just took that away from me, and I was like, ah!
And then she took Kingdom Hearts away from you because you wrote a story about you kissing Sora.
Yeah, that too. My mom tried real hard to make me not be a weirdo, and it didn't work.
It just made you more of a weirdo.
Yeah, because I just had to repress things.
Parents never realize that removing stuff doesn't work for helping your child develop.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to control it. And learn how to voluntarily not write stories about you kissing Sora.
I was like 11. That was the first fanfic I ever wrote. Ever. And I wish to God I still had it, because I'm sure it was bad. I mean, like, in her defense, if my child was, like, unhealthily obsessed with a fictional character, I'd probably step in, too. Because there's a line between, like, fandom and, you know.
Yeah, but in that situation, you'd, like, talk to your kids and stuff. You wouldn't just take it away and then...
Just be like, hey, bud, you know Sora's not real, right? We want to clarify that? You know that? Alright.
But if your child is anything like you, they'd probably start crying because they'd be like, "What? Sora's not real?"
One time that happened. One time. I was like 7, and we had just gotten out of seeing the Powerpuff Girls movie in theaters, and I remember this very clearly. We were in the Wendy's drive-thru. My mom was ordering me some nuggets, and I was going on about how when I grew up, I was going to be a Powerpuff Girl, and she's like, "Courtney, you know they're not real, right?" And I was like,
Poor sister.
I just wanted to believe, okay?
Like how I wanted to believe that Pokemon were real, but they weren't.
I legit believed that Pokemon were real when I was in 1st grade.
Some of them are real, like the ones that are just kind of regular animals. You can pretend a Miltank is real.
And a Wooloo.
I feel like I'm the only person who's... Okay, no, I'm not gonna use that trope, but... God, I do not care about Wooloo. I don't understand what the big deal is.
I don't really care about Wooloo either, it's fine.
It's literally just a sheep.
Honestly, I didn't really care about Alcremie either, but like, now they've got different flavors, and that actually fixed the problem that I had with Alcremie, was that it was boring.
I still think it's boring.
I just think the different flavors make it look so much better.
I'm honestly fine with the default of it. I think it's cute enough.
It's just like, it's a cake Pokemon, but it just looks like a pile of icing.
Yeah, I mean, could it have been more? Sure, by a long shot, but I still think what it is cute, so it's fine with me.
Like, it's cute, but I just wanted it to be more.
It's really funny as somebody on 4chan once predicted the Pokemon Poltegeist.
Yeah, Poltegeist.
That one, I'm so mad about that name.
What, Poltegeist?
It's the easiest pun they could have made.
You know what? I actually wrote more, Ghost Tea puns for the Sylveon Trolls, script that I'm working on right now.
Oh, good.
It's just like...
Are they all more clever than Poltegeist?
I don't know, I've got a bunch of them. Basically the joke, spoiler alert for everybody else, but I'm writing Sylveon Trolls Pokemon Sword and Shield right now, as the news is coming out, and the joke for Poltegeist is, I wonder what kind of tea you're made of. Goolong? Maybe chamomile? Or Booribos? Diviscus?
I hate you.
I wrote a fourth one. I don't remember what it is.
It's just in one video from YouTuber ProjectSNT causes mass suicides.
I just didn't want to do another, oh, you're a food Pokemon, so Munchlax can eat you joke, because I already did that with Alcremie.
I contributed to that script.
Yes, you did. And it was a very good joke, and I appreciate it.
I try. I'm funny sometimes.
You are funny. I think you're funny lots of times.
Funny looking!
Aw.
Zing!
No, I think you're pretty.
No,
Well,
be
she
mean
wants-
to me!
No!
She wants to be funny looking because she wants to be a clown.
I don't want to be a clown. I just appreciate them aesthetically. I couldn't pull it, probably. Or could I?
I think you'd be a cute clown.
I just like clowns. Girls, specifically. Clown guys, no. Clown girls, mm-hmm.
You just like girls.
I mean, yes, but I really like girls that are colorful and cheerful and can bend a lot of ways. Not for that reason. I just think they're talented. I like it when they juggle and do acrobatics, and I am impressed, and I want them to pick me up.
And fling you in the air like you're in a trapeze.
Well, no, that would scare the shit out of me. I would hate that. Trapeze makes me so scared. So scared. It's like when I went to the Cirque du Soleil and they were doing that part with like it was like two swings on opposite sides of the stage, and they're like jumping between the swings going like 40 feet in the air, and I'm like, oh I'm gonna watch someone die tonight. Ugh. Ugh.
Actually, excuse me. Sans chew.
No.
Why? Why? Which is better, Pepsi or Coke?
Beppis.
Beppis. Boy, do I love me some Beepus. Funny dog eat a Pepsi. If I had to choose for reals though, I'd pick Coke.
Of course you would.
But I don't really drink Coke that much anymore anyway. Or any sort of soda.
Fun fact.
Maybe every now and then.
Composition of Coke and Pepsi. Coke is designed so that way it's more enjoyable when it is, I might have it backwards, but one of them is designed to be more enjoyable when it is like room temperature and stuff like that, and the other one is designed to be more temperature when it's ice.
Pepsi is probably the room temperature one because I drink everything at room temperature, so.
I believe it's actually the other way around, from what I remember.
I know that Pepsi does have more sugar in it.
Yes,
That's why.
Pepsi absolutely has much more sugar in it. Coke is more about the robust flavor.
Anytime I drink Coke, it just kind of burns, so I don't really care for it that much.
That's why people like it, because it burns. Especially when you get it, like, straight out of the fridge. And then you, like, open up the can and take, like, 6 gulps.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Why is it the soft? I needed the vector eraser. Okay. Who's better, Tangle or Whisper? I like them both equally. They both have unique personalities and they bounce off of each other quite well.
Oh, okay.
Pop some Sonic R jams in there.
Actually, let's not do that in update. That seems like a bad idea. Oh, because I have to fucking cast it. Ah!
You can do it, I believe in you.
I appreciate it.
River City Girls is like River City Ransom, but with girls. Thanks for the article, Kotaku. Really informative.
Kotaku, you know.
They're trying.
They are trying. They certainly are trying. That's a word that they are... That's a word that describes what they're doing, I guess.
You say that, and yet...
People are talking about CG, I guess CG animation. Here's my take on CG animation. There are good ways to do it, and there are bad ways to do it. A lot of major companies tend to use it the wrong way, which is just to make the characters in 3D and just animate it the same way as every other movie company out there. And then there are ways to stylize it to make it more interesting to look at. For example, Into the Spider-Verse did it very well. Hotel Transylvania also does it very interestingly.
One thing about 3D animation that I like over 2D animation, this is hard to do in 2D, is you can take advantage of some really crazy shot compositions with 3D. Like, if you've ever seen the anime Hoseki no Kune, which is also known as Land of the Lustrous, they do some crazy camera work on that. Give you like some of the most visceral action shots. Like, it makes some of the most intense fight scenes of Kill la Kill seem like the norm in that show. Whereas Kill la Kill, it's like the best scenes are going to be really good, but they're really hard for them to make, and so they can only do them a few times.
I also really like it when people use CG animation to do like a pseudo 2D look. Like what they did with the Captain Underpants movie. That movie looked very good because of how it was stylized.
And not the way it's done in anime sometimes. Cough, cough, Zombieland.
Well, cough cough every idol anime.
No, Love Live does it pretty well.
Yeah, well, that's because they have like actual game files to go off of and just use things. But the thing with anime is it's not done as a stylistic choice. It's actually done cost-cutting thing. That's why it doesn't look good. Sucks, but that's the way it is. It's like in Captain Underpants, it wasn't so much for cost-cutting; it was because that's just the approach they wanted to take.
Yeah.
They wanted it to look like the books.
God, the first time that the CGI came up in Zombieland, though, that was very jarring.
Their boobs magically grew three sizes that day.
A few of them, yeah. Especially the one courtesan girl.
I've forgotten everyone's name except Saki.
I cannot remember her name.
And also Lily.
Well, yes.
Lily, I can remember. I can remember the Great Yamada Tai. Sakura is the name of the main character, I believe.
Yeah. Because, of course. Of course the name
Listen.
character's name is Sakura.
I solved a problem all by myself. I'm so talented.
Good job!
Dang. Kind of considering, honestly, when I move closer to Orlando, I'm thinking about auditing some of my classes from school just to get like a refresher. Since it's free, might as well.
Sure, why not? If you have time for it.
Well, I can
Go
do it
for it.
online. But
I'd say go for it.
that's one of the benefits of my debt, is that for the rest of my life I can just go back to that school and be like, hey, I want to take this class. Let me in. And it doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be a class that I took. Like, if they add a new course to the degree program that wasn't there when I went there, I can take it for free. So, which I heard rumors that after I graduated, they were actually going to stop teaching Unity and start teaching Unreal, which, sure, why not? Let's do that.
Do you want to learn Unreal?
I mean, I don't really care. It's just Unity feels like a much better teaching tool than Unreal, since it's a lot simpler and is a lot more code-based, whereas Unreal is really like widget-based, which is why a lot of people can't get into it.
One big advantage of Unreal that I know of is like you can basically, if you're a artist or something like that, or not necessarily like a full-on programmer, you can actually try testing certain things out in engine without having to get a programmer's help. Kind of
Nice.
cool. With the quote-unquote the Epic Game Store taking off, Unreal is really popular now, though.
Yeah. It's really annoying because it's an argument we had to have constantly in school, Unreal versus Unity, and it's like, why can't you just accept that some people like some engines and others don't, because they each have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Pretty much.
But no, everything always devolved into, why are you guys using Unity? Fucking baby developer. And it's like, go away. Just go away.
You see, I heard
Who
the
are
exact same
you?
thing when I was using GameMaker. Why are you using GameMaker? Just get Unreal. It's a real game engine. Bitch, Undertale was made in GameMaker.
Spelunky was made in GameMaker.
Nathan, I think you need to take him and like rotate him to the left.
What do you mean?
He's kind of leaning.
He's leaning.
You can try turning on a grid. If you go to View Grid, and you can see how he lines up and see if
Let's
he's
see.
vertical.
View grid.
It'll just be a small size grid. And you can decide if it's aligned properly.
Let's see. Maybe just see. He's gonna have a straight line through his face. So let's try and rotate him just a little bit. See, that's the cool thing of doing digital art, is that you can just, if you drew it like slightly wrong, you can fix it. On paper, you'd have to start all over.
God bless digital art.
I like that I can use Control Z.
Control Z is good.
And then there's that moment of horror when you actually do draw on paper and you reach out with your hand like you're trying to hit the control button, but you just hit table and you're like,
And it's funny because we joke about that, but we fucking all have done it.
I didn't think it was a thing I could really do until I did it, and I was like, oh.
Oh, I did that thing.
When I've gone back to doing traditional art and stuff, I instinctually like start moving my hand forward, and I was like, wait, I can't do that.
Hang on.
See, back when I was first starting art, what I always did is I did my sketch on graph paper, and then I would take it downstairs because our coffee table was just like a sheet of glass on a rock, and I would turn that into like a tracing table, and then I would line on a piece of computer paper, and I thought I was just the coolest cat.
So you'd use light below it?
Yeah, I took one of my dad's like Black & Decker industrial flashlights and pointed it up at it.
By the way, Courtney, if you ever want to drag stuff across faster, instead of using the arrow keys, you can just hold down Shift and drag it with your mouse.
I shall remember that.
Courtney will remember that.
I found that, like, if I scroll out far enough, it goes faster.
Yeah, that's because the arrow key movement is based on your resolution.
Okay.
It's
Lines are done.
No, you were talking about how you lost your tablet pen briefly earlier today. Multiple times in the past month, I have almost tossed my tablet pen into my trash.
Why?
Because it fell out of my hands. And my trash bin is like right under my desk. And so it would bounce off my pants or my knee and clatter against the side of the bin, fortunately not falling in.
Oh, I thought you meant you would literally just be like, well, done with this, into the garbage.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I do that at work sometimes after I'm done cutting a sandwich. I'm like, all right, done with this. And then I throw the whole knife away, and then I'm like,
Oh, hang on just a darn second. Ooh. This Pikachu has red on it. I'm gonna use this instead.
You fucking mean? Give me a fucking second here.
You know, it took me until a few days ago to realize that Cosplay Pikachu has a completely unique, like, coloring pattern on it than a regular Pikachu.
You have a completely unique coloring pattern.
Thanks?
That's not true.
Oh.
Hey.
She's a brunette. There's like 50 million of those. But maybe someday.
Well, you're a blonde. There's 50 million of those.
You know, I was gonna say something and I'm not gonna say it.
What?
I was gonna make an Aryan race joke.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing you didn't.
I'll have you know, I'm going back to Orange next week, so eat my dick.
You're gonna have your orange hair.
Probably. I'm not, like, entirely sure what color I'm going for, but it's gonna be, like, a orange-ish. Either, like, a strawberry blonde or something. Oh, Frederick Knudsen is here.
Huh? Oh,
He's in the
hey!
chat.
Hey, Fred! What sinning is happening in this channel? I'm doing more redesigns. That's the sin. How you been doing? You did an awesome Sonic voice in Internet Historian's reading of Sonic High School. That was great. Yeah, that looks better. Fix that. Oops, wrong layer. Hang on. Gotta do it again. There we go.
You know what I hate? I hate drawing backgrounds. I hate drawing backgrounds so much.
Don't we all?
Just do like every webtoon author does and use 3D backgrounds.
You know, I'm gonna look up on CSP's website or assets library and see if there are 3D backgrounds that I can use.
Hell yeah.
Specifically the ones that I'm looking for. Hard part is that I'm looking for something specific, so I don't know if I can just look at it. I'm gonna try.
The last time I had to work on something with backgrounds, I actually used Google SketchUp as like a reference, and that helped.
I tried
pretty
using
well.
Google SketchUp. It's so goddamn slow for me.
I mean, yeah, that's because it's an ancient, decrepit piece of technology. The only thing that annoys me is there's particular webtoons where like they don't even try to make the 3D backgrounds merge with the art. It's just like round things aren't round. They have like jagged edges and it's very obviously shaded to look 3D, but they just draw their character right over top of it. And I'm like, wow, you didn't even try, huh?
I'm glad I could bring awareness to gay ball problems in such a wholesome way. Yes. Let's see.
It's not orange, it's blood orange. It's different.
It's blorange.
I call it Blello.
Okay, well the CSP asset library is not helping me.
Oh,
Ripperoni.
no. I wonder. I have an idea. What if I made the mouth bit yellow? Ooh. That actually kind of looks nice.
Yeah, it looks like most of the 3D assets that are available are all like city elements.
Hmm.
Classroom. I need something that's like the inside of a casino.
Hmm.
So it looks like I'm going to the gradient method. Just drawing a
Fun!
bunch of gradients.
This is a really long song. What is this? Oh, it's because it's 15 minutes long. Jesus.
What song was it?
It was a song from Sonic 4. It was just like a song that was just going do 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 for like 15 minutes. And it took me now to realize it was going on for so long.
I forgot what I was doing again. Why do I keep doing this?
Write it down!
I didn't realize I was gonna stop working for so long. I just got distracted. Okay.
Write that down, write that down!
So, okay. State indicator dot value.
Let's see.
Oh.
I'm gonna make this a different color because it just looks like there's a hole in his shirt. There we go. Super sonic. Thank you, I'll be here all week.
We're streaming for a week?
Yes.
Yeah, sure,
Obviously.
why not?
I'm not prepared for that. I have to go to work.
Not anymore, you don't.
Yay!
Your
CZ
job
gave
is
me
this now.
permission. I get to stay home now.
This is your job now.
What's the salary?
Entertaining. Not good.
Oh. Are there benefits?
No.
Oh.
You get to feel special.
That is a nice benefit, but I'd like, I don't know, dental maybe? A 401k?
You think we're made of money?
Can I get a stock?
Can I get a stock in my sister company?
My company that I totally own, I guess.
What's your current market value, Netchan?
Oh, $15.
That's kind of steep.
See. Let's make these orange. Ooh. Ah. Wow.
Oh, because I did it backwards. Okay.
Okay, now I gotta figure out what color these pants are gonna be. Maybe I can make them black? Because Pikachu Libre's pants are black. So that helps with the theme. Do yeah, and then I'll make the tail red. There we go. Now let's see. Guess I'll make the shoes yellow. And then I'll make the details orange. Actually, what if instead of yellow, make them black? Oh, that looks way better. That looks so much better. The other one looked like clown shoes. Okay. And now we gotta figure out what color his eyes are gonna be. Originally his eyes are red, which isn't a bad idea. I think I might go with that. Come on. I want it on that layer. There we go. No, I see a problem. Here we go. There, it's fixed now. Oh, a donation. Panda Gamer donated $20 whole. Thank you. Hey Courtney, big fan, love what you do. Aw, it's gone. Why is it going away so fast? Hang on, I'll wait for it to show up in the preview. Hey Courtney, big fan, love what you do, inspired me to get back into drawing. Keep up the awesome work, take my... I'm assuming you said take my money. It got cut off. But thank you! You guys know a time when Disney made shows for most of the movies like Hercules and whatnot. I really liked the Little Mermaid show that they made back in the day. That was my favorite. And I remember that there was one episode where they had a mermaid who spoke by using sign language, and that was pretty neat.
I liked the Timon and Pumbaa show.
That was a good show too.
I had a couple episodes on VHS that I just watched on loop. Which is weird because a while ago I saw a video about like the Disney spin-off shows and they were talking about that one and they were listing off some like recurring villains, but I had never seen them before because they never showed up in like the 4 episodes that I had on tape. Oh my god, it worked. Okay. Cool. So now we do...
Oh, that looks weird. Why does it look weird? Yeah, that looks better. The live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch is coming. Don't remind me! That's my favorite Disney movie! I don't know what they're gonna do to my son, but it's probably not gonna be good.
Maybe he'll come out really cute like Detective Pikachu did.
I doubt it.
Listen, all you can do is hold on to hope.
I mean, it's probably
You
not
can't
gonna
fall
look...
into despair!
It's probably not gonna look good, and it's probably not gonna look terrible. It's just gonna look okay, and the animation's gonna be so limited that it just takes out all of the personality that Stitch had.
Literally the only one I'm gonna see is Mulan. That's it. Because I'm hopefully optimistic about that one. That was redundant. That meant the same thing. Cautiously optimistic. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Cautiously optimistic. Let's sign this sucker.
He still kind of looks tilted to me.
I've lined him up with the lines and stuff. I have done my best to make him as perfectly balanced as all things should be. Maybe the foot, the way the foot is pointed is throwing you off because it's at an angle.
Might be, yeah.
But he is facing at a 3/4 view. There we go. All we just gotta do is hide everything else and then change canvas size. There we go. Ooh, excuse me.
Wow.
I know, I'm such a lady. And Punchy is done. Punchy is done!
You did it.
All that's left now is Wild, and I have an idea for Wild.
A wild idea?
Sure. I mean, it's not too wild, but you know. Alright, so to refresh everyone's memories. That's Angelica. That's Magi-chan. And this is Bubbles. Alright, so basically D&D, you know, we're doing D&D based redesigns because I feel like the chaotic combo and their abilities and personalities can fit into a D&D situation. So Angelica turned her into an Emolga and a Paladin. We've got Magi-chan, who is an Alolan Raichu and is a wizard. We've got Bubbles, who is easy to figure out because she was already a Meryl. And she is a druid, a water druid specifically. And now we've got Punchy, who is a Lucha Libre Pikachu and a monk. I'm sorry if I missed your other art streams. Don't be sorry. Sometimes people be busy. Blake should just be Rouge. These designs actually look decent. Oh, thanks. That's what I was aiming for. That's kind of what I was aiming for. I'm glad I at least got to the decent level. I can't tell which one's my favorite so far. I like all of them a lot. But I do think Bubbles is my favorite so far. Because this is just a really fun design. Because like her hair is made of water and she's got like this flowy, fun, mermaidy look to her. And it's cute. And I also just really like Angelica. I really like that I turned her wings into like electric energy wings. Is Wild a bard? No, Wild's gonna be a ranger. Courtney and Saki, have you watched those SpongeBob edited videos where they add bad words in episodes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing because I got one thing to work. Granted, it was a really small thing for the amount of time it took, but also I'm just a beginner.
Do you have any good tutorials to follow, like from YouTube?
I mostly just like I ask Corey what I need to do, and he gives me like because the hardest part for me about programming is how do I describe? I can't think of how I need to make things happen. I never can. And so I ask him, I'm like, if I wanted this to do this, what would I need? And he's like, well, you'd need a system to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay. And then I Google, how do I do X, Y, and Z? And then I do those things.
Do you ever do pseudocode?
Sometimes. For the most part, I do flowcharts more than I do pseudocode.
similar.
Because that's the hardest thing, because I can't think, what's the word? I can't remember the name of it. I took a class for it and I couldn't fucking do it. I just can't think in terms of like how to place systems. I'm just like, all I know is that I need this to do this, and I don't know what I need to do to get there.
People are asking about Sylveon. I am working on another Sylveon video. I just have to work on it as news from Pokemon Sword and Shield is released, so it's probably going to be done in November. You don't have to ask, I'm already working on it. The rule of thumb is if you have to ask, I'm probably already working on it. I think somebody asked how, if I have any tips on making Sonic characters. I don't know, just like, most of the advice that I have for like making Sonic characters is basically just character design in general, which is use few colors as possible. Maybe stick with maybe 2 or 3 different colors. 4 is okay. And 5 is pushing it. Study different outfit designs, because that helps when designing a character. Different hairstyles.
Discrete math! That's what it was called, discrete math. I can't do that.
Oh.
It's like regular math, but discrete.
No, it's like all imaginary numbers and concepts, and I can't do that. I need to know, like, 3 plus 3 equals 6. That's easy, right? But in discrete math, they're like, well, 3 could theoretically equal a lot of things, depending. And I'm like, no, stop.
Is this also...
Just tell me.
It's variable.
Just tell me what it equals.
Is this the same thing as, like, using I, the imaginary number?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it might also go by the name... Does the name differential equations ring a bell to you?
Vaguely.
That's what I have to take.
I
and then
can't
I also
think...
did applied linear algebra.
Yeah, I can't think vaguely. I can't think in concepts. I need hard facts and a roadmap. Which is why coding is very difficult for me. Also, side note, I was just looking at the course list to remember the name of that, and apparently now game designers get to take a quality assurance class, which I did not have. Also, methods and the user experience, that would have benefited a lot of people in my year.
All I know is that whenever I was in algebra in high school, they made us remember a song about what I squared always meant. And it was like, I squared always equals -1. I squared.
Wow, that is really bad.
And I cubed always equals -I. I cubed.
The funny thing is like when you start like in DiffyQ, when you started getting into the meat of like imaginary numbers and stuff like that, you actually learned how to like pull different things out, so you could write literally any number as a basic multiple of like. Basically, you wound up with a grid where the horizontal axis was all real numbers, but then if you went up or down, they were negative or imaginary numbers, which was funny. So like literally every single number that you could get that was not a real number, that would have included imaginary numbers, had 2 components to it, so you could graph it. It's funny. It was weird. And cool. But weird. And hard. if EQ is hard.
Hey Courtney, do you like Avril Lavigne? I like her music.
Too bad she died and got replaced with a clone.
Okay, I think I'm done streaming now, because Punchy is complete. And honestly, he turned out a lot better than I was expecting him to. So, this seems to be a trend here, that I start doing the redesign, and then the more I work on it, the more I like it. Alright, so, next week I'm gonna do Wild, as long as everything is fine. I actually got super lucky because Hurricane was like headed towards me and then it wasn't. So
And then it wasn't.
and then it wasn't. So don't worry,
And
guys.
just like every other man, it disappointed.
Oh my god.
I at least wanted some like wind and rain, but nothing happened.
I got like one thunderstorm that lasted a couple hours and that's it.
I almost fought a woman at Publix for a sack of water for nothing.
So yeah, next week I'll do Wild. So, thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.